Kevin, I guess this is not a huge surprise that Jared Kushner will be advising his father-in-law on a more formal basis. Tell us a little bit more about his holdings that could prove problematic if he didn't unwind them.
Jared Kushner is someone who is a real estate titan in his own right. And of course, he has been a close advisor of President-elect Trump, even on the campaign trail. And so I think what you're looking at right now is that just over a day before Trump will address the nation at a press conference on Wednesday, where he will specifically discuss the separation between Trump Organization as well as the Trump administration, this, of course, is going to raise new questions. But the bottom line is this. Jared Kushner is someone who Trump trusts. He is someone who has proven to be loyal, and he is also someone who has really proven to have an ability to connect the more Tea Party conservative far right wing of the Republican Party, bridging a gap to the more moderate wing. So all of that leads to say that this soon to be 36-year-old policy person is really going to have a big role to play in shaping the Republican Party for years to come.
We know Donald Trump trusts Kushner, his son-in-law. On what issues or policies will Kushner be advising on? What areas does he have expertise in?
Technology as well as infrastructure, and here's why. I mean, if you talk to any of the Trump aides, former campaign staffers, they all point to Jared Kushner as someone who was able to raise that social media presence for Donald Trump, and they all credit that to him as really being one of the driving forces behind understanding the new social media landscape within media and politics. And the second, of course, is infrastructure. Look, this is a guy who's in real estate, just like Trump was. And when you talk to folks like Steve Bannon, or you talk to folks here on Capitol Hill who are looking at potentially having a Trump stimulus plan, Jared Kushner's in the rooms of all of these meetings. He was in the room last week with Elon Musk when they were talking about economic policy just on Friday. And so he's someone who has been in the room. He is someone who will continue to be in the room. The question is whether or not that raises conflicts of interest and whether or not the incoming administration can put that behind them. The first test will be on Wednesday when Trump has his press conference.
Yeah, we definitely look forward to that. Kevin, can you tell us a little bit about what kind of role Ivanka Trump, of course, who's his daughter and who's married to Jared Kushner, would be playing? I mean, do we have might we expect any kind of formal announcement on that front?
So what's interesting about Ivanka is that unlike Don Jr. and Eric Trump, the two older Trump boys, or men, she will not be having as much of a role within the Trump Organization as a result of her husband, Jared Kushner, elevating his status within the senior advisor role. And so they have looked for property here in Washington, D.C. They will be moving to Washington, D.C. And I would anticipate that she has a pretty front and center role in terms of the optics of this White House. I mean, they are this is a family, mind you, that has grown up in the public eye and is used to that sort of stature. But of course, with the White House comes a whole new type of celebrity, if you want to even call it that. They are now global figures, and they are now, as of January 20th, America's first family.